What's up, guys? Oh, I'm back with another video. I like doing this. Alright, so pretty much depression. Depression it drove me to every problem that I have. Physiologically, neurologically, every problem I have stemmed from it. I'm very hyper aware of my depression. I can talk to my own depression. I mean, I feel like I had to deal with the devil. I don't believe in the devil. I feel I made a deal with it, like I'm cursed. That's how my depression feels to me in a nutshell. Episodes? Holy fuck. Yo, man, the worst part about depression in my eyes is that restart you get every day. Like, you could finally find a jolt of happiness the night before, go to bed happy, fine. You can wake up in the middle of the night, go back to sleep, you're fine. Wake up when the new sun rises and everything's changed. It's like, it gets to a point where it's so realistic to you that you start to fear it. So, like when I was using fentanyl, I had that same fear when it ran out, you couldn't find it, whatever. And I knew the withdrawals were going to kick in. And honestly, people are going to lie to you. It takes like 6 hours and you start withdrawing. It's such a fast acting opiate. It made my depression worse. But the only thing that stopped me from killing myself many times was that for some reason, feel one, that I'm here for something in a really unique way. Like, I'm here for something. I'm here to help people. But also the fact that I feel my brain is powerful. Everyone's brain is powerful. When I tell you we're built this way, like, you might feel a way others don't feel. You could tell a million people how you feel, and they'll be like, I've never felt that before. Everything's different for every person, so every experience is going to be different. My depression eats me. All I have is a little wooden Deku shield. I literally useless. Burn it, it burns, it's gone. Like, I can't stop feeling it. I feel it like a high. Depression is kind of like a high. You're fucking normal and sober, and then you're overwhelmingly sad. Psychomotor retardation. I mean, so many things happen. I've gotten catatonic. To the point where, like, I felt like if I sat here for 3 more seconds, something bad's gonna happen. I don't know what. To me, to the house, I don't know. Something bad's gonna happen. Nothing happens. So my brain, I feel, is powerful because while the depression's going on here, my brain's here looking at everything. It's watching all of the symptoms come about. It's watching my reactions to the symptoms. It's watching my everything. It's like, feels like God's watching you, and you are God. Like, I'm sorry to say it, and you guys are going to get so pissed at me. I really don't care. That's who that person you talk to inside of you. Not the voice that's here, because there's a voice that's here that you talk to every day. It's like your ego. It helps you make decisions. It helps you not make decisions. But then there's like something else. To me, that's just pure soul. That's down here. Like, I feel it here, but also here. I speak through here, it goes down here. The answers come up. The reason why it's hard for people to get answers is because the language you speak inside of you is not English. It's not something that I could explain to you and you could be like, oh, I get it. You can't. I can't explain to you what it's going to do to you. I can't explain anything, and it's scary, but it's also cool. I mean, like, your brain can heal you. Like I said in my last video, it can heal you. It can do all that. It can do everything you want it to. It can give you the proper chemical balance to stay focused, happy, positive, not feel pain. Like, there's times, I swear, my brain mimics the fentanyl high without touching it. Like, it happens. Like, I'm telling you guys right now, it happens. Your brain is really strong and scarily strong. I want to make you guys aware of it. Even the smartest doctor in the world. Makes him no different than homeless Hal that lives right over here. Makes him no different. No different. They can do the same shit the doctor did. They can do more. But then the doctor could follow up and do more. Your brain is limitless. Like, it can do anything. But it can really fuck you up. I mean, it could really put you in a hole. So, like, when I get my episodes now, I'm so used to my episodes. It's like dealing with a fucking... I don't want to say a deformation. It's like dealing with, like, not a deformity, like a... It's like dealing with, like, a cough. Like, you know it's going to go away. You know it's there, and it does make it harder to do certain things. But in the end, you know what it is. You got to have that same mindset. Me, my brain likes to do copycat. My brain likes to do copycat. So I could watch, like, I've been watching House. I've always loved House. House is the reason I got in the medical field when I was. My brain takes his whole ego, takes everything from him, puts it into mine. I start to feel however he feels in his own universe. Obviously, he's not a real doctor. Based on a real doctor, but not. You know what I mean? Takes it in, manipulates my brain, and puts me on another thought track. And it's like, I can be like, oh, I like this thought track, and I can keep it. That's what I've been doing. That's why I've been so much happier. You know, coming off fentanyl is not hard. I mean, not easy. It's hard as... Oh, my God. You guys know what I'm talking about. That shit is hard, boy. And every time you get out of it, like me, I was never big into other drugs. That's probably why I don't look so messed up in the end, because I really didn't do anything else. I never drank. I mean, I've drank before. I don't like drinking. It's disgusting. I just don't like it. Even when I was off opiates. And opiates can make you not like alcohol. So if you're on opiates and you're telling yourself, oh, I don't like it, I don't like drinking, that's because you're on opiates. If you weren't on opiates, you would drink. Maybe. I don't know. Me personally, I just don't like it. Never have. Like Xanax, only when I have a panic attack. I can deal with anxiety. Shrooms, all LSD. I've done LSD. I had a bad trip. That might have been actually what made my chemistry so bad, because it's just messing with your chemistry. It can happen. Like, these things, you know, it's not hard. I mean, it's not easy, like I said, to come out of an addiction, but it's all about perspective change, routine change. You know, depression's going to come regardless. Most people, like, with a decent brain, they get clean, they fucking come out and they're like, oh, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. It's like me, I got clean, and that shadow came over me again. When I'm laying there, I'm like, I don't feel sick anymore. This is amazing to wake up and feel normal. It's here again. Like that's how it comes. I just feel it in my head. I feel it because I don't get excited about certain things. I test my brain all the time, 24/7. I'll tell myself a thought that makes me happy. If I don't react to it in that moment, that means that my imbalance is coming. And I know that there's something ahead of it. I just put a stop to it now. I can sometimes stop episodes. It can happen. Boredom will make it worse. Everybody knows that. Any doctor will tell you isolation and boredom is just going to kill you. Sitting still too long, like when you're withdrawing, sucked because I had to sit still for a while. Like, I had to sit in bed, and after you sit still for a while, you don't want to be in bed anymore. You want to get up and go out. That's what I started doing. Was I'm like, all right, let's see. Feeling like shit. Really depressed. This is my third brain talking. Really depressed. But I want to get up and move. It's just every time I move, I can't. It hurts. There's shit you can do to make it easier. You don't have to fall into the whole, oh, I suffered. I went through it cold turkey. Good for you. That's amazing. I'm so fucking proud of you for doing that. I've done it before. The first time I detoxed. Nothing. Suffered. For days, weeks. After the 5th day, passed very, very quick. I had... Fuck that. Physical symptoms are 8 days. Fuck you. This shit's lasted me like 2 weeks. I was in pain. I had shivers, shakes. Sometimes I still have a shake here and then, because now I'm not taking anything. I'm watching things that are making me remember who I used to be. Because if I would have not used and continued who I was before the drugs, I probably would have done amazing things. I know stars in Hollywood. I've talked to them. I know them. There's people I could call right now. I'm not going to say their name. I have pull. I have opportunity. I never took it. Here's my problem to you guys. I want to tell you my disease. My disease is I fucking hate myself. Even if I know that I'm powerful in my mind, I know all of this that I mentioned to you, I still have that forced chemistry that just always tells me, like, you're worthless. You're never going to do anything. You're always going to be at this point you're at. And it sucks, man. Like, you can't explain it in a language. No one's going to understand it. So don't try. To me, you can tell me, look, I'm in that zone. I'll know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what your brain's telling you. I don't know what you're talking to your soul about. I don't know. I can't understand that language. Only you can. But I can tell by how upset you are. I love to help people. I want to hear your problems. So if you guys have anything you want to say or ask me, go ahead, man. I'm one of 7.5 billion people. I mean, I can give you some advice. It might change your life. It might not change your life. It might. I don't think it's going to make things worse. My advice won't. I don't think it's going to make you guys worse. But I want to help with depression. I really want to help because that is the cause. If I had dopamine processing properly, I wouldn't need anything. But like I said, your brain can mimic things. Your brain can remember what it feels like to be high, get you high, just feeling it. That's what happened to me. I got this burst of euphoria, and it wasn't post-withdrawal chemistry going up and down. No. I know what that is. I told you just before. I had shivers before. I got a dopamine flood. But once I felt the dopamine, I let it go through me. I sat there. I just let it go through me. I felt high. I was like, oh, I'm happy, you know. It didn't last too long, but it happened. Now I figured if I can do that, I can make it last longer. You guys need to play with your brains, man. I don't want to say play with yourselves. That makes it sound horrible. You need to play with your brains. Like, you guys really need to hack your brain. And, like, there's videos about hacking your brain, but there's another way to hack that needs no explanation. It's so fucking weird. Here has every answer. I mean, it has every answer. You just have to let the answer manifest you. When people say, oh, I prayed for days to God, you're just praying to yourself. You're giving, I don't want to say it, you're giving, you know what I mean? You're giving him, her, it, every ounce of credit. If you do that, that's going to be the key ingredient to the recipe of using your brain to cure yourself. Because if you're taking that thought and putting it in your brain that it's him that helps you, that's not you. That's not your body. Take that out. Even if you are religious, take it out. Look at yourself like a demigod. That's what I did. I could have modeled. I could have done so much. I've gotten invited to New York. By somebody who has a television show that's on. It's been on for a few seasons. You all know who he is. If I said it, I'm not going to. He told me, come out here. I'll get you it. Dude. Famous. Like, I just seen him 20 minutes ago on the television. I didn't go. Like, my motivation is gone. My depression took me. It didn't let me do anything. I told him, yeah, it sounds great. Where am I going to go? If I'm using drugs especially, I'll go out there and get sick. I'm not going in no bathroom to crush up no pill. I don't do shit like that, dude. I used here, and that was it. I didn't go out using. I didn't get high with other people. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. You guys really have to learn. If your brain can fuck you up the way it does now, if your brain can put you in a state of paralysis by thoughts and feelings, your brain's doing something physiologically. It's doing something to you. Next time that happens and you get depressed and you're like, just be like, step out. Like almost like an out-of-body experience. Just watch what's going on. You're going to be like, then you take the wheel with your brain. You know, you'll start to feel ways to, like me, if I get the chills, I can turn them off immediately. Whether it's chemical or viral. If I have the chills from something, I turn it off I just think about it, it stops. My body actually gets like a warm flood sensation, and it stays that way. There's things you can do. I'm telling you. I think people that see spirits, which to me aren't what people portray, it's just light we can't see. There's just an existing world. Like right now, there could be a whole house in the same exact spot, painted differently in their realm of light, with 5 people drinking vodka fucking behind me, 2 smoking weed over there. All be the same stuff we have on Earth, just in another dimension. That's how I see it. And when we peer through dimensions on accident, I think that's your brain trying to tell you, look what I can do. And you're just like, whoa, never felt that before. Yeah, you have. Like, you felt it. You got to get used to your brain. Get more comfortable with it. Don't get too comfortable with it. It's dangerous. It can get dangerous. I'm not going to lie. Like, I can travel inside my own head. I'm not crazy. I'm not psychotic. I've been there, done that. No, like, I time travel in my head. I can legitimately put myself in a state of consciousness where it's not like, oh, I'm looking at past memories. This is actually what drives my depression the most, more than hating myself, is that I think about times from, because when I was being raised, it was the early 90s. So I'll put myself in a state where I remember the smell of specific rooms, which people will tell you, oh, smells, they always make, no. Like I can breathe in this world and smell it. Like my brain starts to take over. And if I close my eyes, I'm there. I'm in my grandmother's bedroom. I'm in my aunt's kitchen. And it brings me back to it. And I start to relive it. Somebody will walk through the door. I'll see them walk through the door. They will talk to me. I interact with them, but I don't know what I'm saying because I'm in my own conscious state. So I don't know what I'm saying to them. But I relive it, and it's so scary. Like, and then I snap out of it. You ever see what was that movie? Where you give him the metronome, and he went to the other side. Fuck me. Oh man, Insidious. Well, it's kind of like that, but like the past, things that have happened. And it's scary because it's not, I won't relive something that happened. I'll relive it as if the time's still going now. Something new will happen. My aunt might get in a fight with my uncle. Like, it's like living in another world. So my brain does that too much. And I start to feel I could even get answers. I've gotten answers from the past that I've forgotten from years ago. I see it physically. It's just what my brain does. I don't know why. And it only goes by my past, what I've experienced, obviously. You know what I mean? Another thing amazing, another theory, like when you die, there's a chance that, my theory is you go into hallucination when you die, obviously. Your brain starts releasing, you start getting, you guys know what I'm talking about. When you get to that stage, being that your brain knows every ounce of your body and how it works, it knows systems, microsystems, it knows everything. It knows your feet, it knows when to itch, it knows when to cough, it knows when to shit, it knows when to growl, your stomach, it knows everything about itself. Like, if you know what I'm saying, it knows everything. So my theory is that when you die, you go into a hallucination that lasts from the first time you can remember being human, younger, and you'll start from there and go on a whole nother life until you're in another hospital bed, a whole hallucination. I do believe that this is the first physical chance you get, but life goes on afterwards in one way, shape, or form. So I don't think you ever really die. If it's a hallucination, then technically, yeah, you're gone, but you're living inside your own head forever. And whatever lessons you got from here, whatever positive thoughts you have, you can bring with you to there, unintentionally. You'll just bring it with you, just like you do now. My point is that I really do believe like the brain is strong. There's stuff that we don't understand. Once you start to really get into this kind of stuff, also it helps you keep your mind away from substances. Like all right. For all you people that are like about to withdraw, want to withdraw, you really want to, you're like, oh, I'm ready to do it. You're high right now as I'm making this video. You are ripped off your ass. You're wired, whatever. It's easy to say, oh my God, I could make my withdrawal seem like so much fun. Like, you need to understand it's going to suck from day one. It's going to suck because you broke up with your drug of choice. Now you got to live with it. It's not fun at all. You're not going to sleep the first night either, so don't fucking think about it. And don't go crazy taking Xanax, because if you take enough, like, you could fuck yourself up bad. And I don't know how your livers are. I'm not sure how your kidneys are. No advice fits all, but once you get out of it and the chemicals are out of you, you guys saw that video I made when I was in my white checkered jacket out on the porch over here. It was the first one. I'm just like, I don't feel like that anymore. Honestly, when the chemical's out of you, that desire to use is not even 1/4 as strong as it was. People will tell you, oh, it's hard, once you get clean, like, what are you going to do? Oh my God. It's not the same for everybody. Some people might have, people that, with the needle. I'm not mad at you guys. I'm not going to, everybody has their own, you did what you did, But putting it down, stopping the routine will break your heart. It will send you into a depression. So once the chemical's out of you and you take that step, mind you, give it a couple weeks, dude. It's not going to be a fucking year. Maybe to get fully better mentally for some, yeah. But if you take these steps and really, like, hack your brain, it's going to go by quicker. Like, I haven't had any urges. I was snorting fentanyl. I haven't thought about it once. Only when I make these videos I have to bring it up to my attention. But you guys see right here, I'm giving you an example. You saw me when I was withdrawing. You see me now. It can happen. Yeah, I could be lying. I could be on something. I'm not. You get what I'm saying? You're going to believe what you want to believe. My advice to you is that you take your brain seriously, because you can make it do anything. It is your fucking slave. Your brain is your slave. Beat it. Do what you have to do to get it working. It will listen to you. It will do what you want. If you want to get better, how do you think people miraculously get fucking better? I'm not going to get into that. Cancer patients, I've seen it. Close relatives. A buddy of mine had stage 4, or was it 3, non-Hodgkin's. I remember one day I put my hand over his chest. That's where it was. I wasn't thinking anything like, I'm going to put the healing energy. I wasn't at all. I just closed my eyes and imagined it's all done. Everything's over. It's already done. The energy's there. It's finished. The situation's over. Within a month, he's still around. And it hasn't even came back. It hasn't even shown signs of coming back. He's a positive person, though. Mind you, very positive. So I think he allowed that. I don't know. I don't have those answers. I can't tell you that that's what life is. I could be wrong about this whole brain thing. I know I'm not wrong, because I've done things. If I can do them, you can do them statistically. Don't give up. The depression sucks. I know it. But you need to start fucking with it. You need to start fucking it. You need to start violating your depression. It's chemicals. If I force bad chemicals inside of you, let's say I could force bad chemicals through you, through a syringe, through an IV drip, right? If I could put depression inside of you, I'm not even going to call it depression. I'm going to say, if I could put negative emotions inside of you right now, there's no words, there's none of that's involved. It's just negative emotions. The feelings, not the thoughts. If I give you the feelings, your body is going to make whatever it wants out of it. So if my chemistry is naturally going haywire and it's giving me constant negativity, it's going to come up with a negative perspective. Everything's going to be negative. You're not going to enjoy things. You're going to hate things. You're not going to enjoy your cup of coffee. You're not going to want to eat. You're not going to want... Come on, you really think one fucking thought process can do all that to your body? Imagine what the fuck it can do to you when you... Excuse my language. I'm really into this subject. When you actually take control of the wheel... It's scary. And even as a physical person, you're going to be like, I can't even handle how powerful I feel my brain is. I can't handle it. You're going to feel that. Like, you're going to feel like overwhelmed. But then after a while, you're just going to use it to your advantage. That's what I do. I use it to my advantage. I even feel that you can stop things from happening. There's ways to do, you can talk, telepathy. I think we already do that naturally. Just when you don't know what it is or what it feels like, you're never going to feel it. You'll still do it and you won't even realize it. But you need to start being aware. Deepak Chopra, all of these Zenners, I'm telling you right now, when they say this, you don't have to be a Zen master. You don't have to be a Buddhist. You don't have to be a monk, like I said, a Buddhist. You don't have to be a druid. Like, you don't have to be into anything. It's all there already, because if that wasn't the case, you wouldn't have the brain 2 arms, 2 legs, 10 toes, 10 fingers, 11 toes, 11 fingers. Some people have deformities. You wouldn't have that basic structure. We are all the fucking same. 99.9% of our DNA technically is junk DNA. They can't match it with anything. Do I think we're mixed with some alien hybrid species? Yeah, I do. Why do you think everything on Earth can do this? Everything on Earth can experiment with electricity. Humans can experiment with electricity. We can have a device, aim it at you, create a flash, and now that whole picture of you comes out on a piece of paper. We do things that are unimaginably amazing. The fact that nothing else on Earth can do it. Don't tell me monkeys can fucking do it, because they cannot do it. They cannot do what we're doing. They are not capable of getting this far. There is a trait of curiosity that we have that makes us different from every other species on Earth. You're powerful. Like, you really don't understand how strong you are as a person. Like, you really got to get your facts straight, man. Gangs, violence, negativity, people that are more powerful than you physically, people that have more power than you. You know, people look at them like, oh my God, they're like another type of being. Like, that's so amazing. Like, I get this feeling of like, oh my God, if I met them, I would fly. Really? So one person can make you feel all that good inside of you. You can do it to yourself. All right. Here's the extremity of my thoughts. You can stop your addiction just by thinking about it. Everything can stop. Like, everything can stop. At least after you get clean. When the chemical's in you, you can't do anything to legitimately stop that. I mean, when it's fresh in you. I believe that when it's like 1/8 left and there's really nothing left inside you, maybe you can control some of the symptoms. Yeah, but I believe like afterwards, when you're finally free of the grip, that's why it's a grip. You can do anything you want. Like, you can shut off addiction. But it's not that easy. You have to learn how to control your brain. Doctors give you brain scans. They could see which part of the brains are active in response to certain subjects to see how you feel. That's still not even all of it. Like, there's answers that we don't know. You know, there's answers we still haven't dug up. I mean, but I'm telling you right now, your brain can control anything. It's just we are so hypersensitive to everything we've ever learned that it's blocking your vision. Take my advice. Meditate in your own way. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to do any of that stuff, man. Just a thought. Change everything. One thought can change everything. Some of you have that accidentally happen to you. Some of them forcefully. You can change everything. Everything. Sorry for the lengthy video, but I really get into depression and using addiction when it comes to it. They really go hand in hand. But if you can control the brain, addiction will become a slave to you. Think of it that way. Have a good one.